I just bought this and I couldn't believe it. There's no way you can return this. They charge you 10 cents or whatever, right? CVCO. They make it sound good. Oh, recycle. But we're going to charge it. They charge everything. Anything that they can think of now. Oh, a bottle, a cap. Maybe, oh, don't give them an idea. Maybe they start charging a separate fee for the cap. So it's how they stealing a little bit here and there. 10 cents here or there. I buy a whole jar or whatever, a case, and then I charge like 50 cents. And every day, everybody, the gasoline tax is higher. You know, the money to, I guess you just can't buy food to pay rent is higher because you're paying all these people. Why do we want their grandmom here? You know, this so-called illegal or whatever. For example, this overruling of the Trump decision of these 6 countries a temporary ban. But then they have to, this judge have to tag on, oh, except for somebody's grandma or direct relatives that's already a green card holder. You know what I'm saying? Their people study these things day and night to see how they can rob you legally. Come in here and rob your household. So if you allow that, if you have a house that who do not have a wall, and somebody wants to put up a wall or repair a wall, you say no and let everybody walk by, come in here, come into your house and come into your refrigerator, turn on your TV set, eat your food and complain that you do not have what they want, that we want some chips and you ain't got that. So it's never going to be good enough. And this so-called the victim mentality, I hate to say it, I think the NAACP, it's a total bogus bullying out of every corporation. Jesse Jackson, you people ought to be so ashamed of yourself. You're just fleecing, blackmailing people and try to shame them and make them to pay you money. Basically, they don't care. Jesse Jackson don't care about black people. They're just saying we're for civil rights. What civil rights? It's your freaking pocket that you care for. So I see it. It's never going to be enough workers, so-called, oh, people are not going to do these minimum wage work to pick strawberries, so we'll have to get them from Mexico. Trust me, after a few years, they're going to get on your payroll. That's why you can never import enough people, and it's going to be a vicious cycle. So when I say the black folks as an example, would they go out there and do that anymore? No. So if you don't learn, you never learn from your mistakes. So you thought, oh, you can get cheap laborers, excuse me, by getting the African Americans in the first place into the country, and now guess what? They are on everybody's, I'm not saying everybody's like that. I'm just saying that what I see, of course there are righteous ones, there are good ones, but you know, they're just like, there are gonna be some bad fruits in every batch. The theory is, it doesn't work. You're trying to get cheap labor, as you said. You should just take people out of the welfare system. You don't work, you don't eat. And not just saying, oh, if you have babies, oh, sure. As long as the daddy is now living there. So it's encouraging to break up families. It's not helping the so-called the traditional family. Therefore, government cannot be your God, because the government is your God. You're trying to worship it and try to get a few dollars, and you depend on that check. You know, but you're so bound. You're so bound by a very limited amount of money, and you have to report to them. You have no self-esteem almost, because you have to pretend, oh, I'm on the food supplemental program, instead of saying I'm on food stamps. You see, that means people try to cover up their conscience by claiming they have disability. They hear voices, and so they can get thousands of dollars from other people who have to go out and make a living. Like the guy that was working on Firestone, he has to be in the hot sun and fix your car, and then when he gets his check, $500 turned into $250. What do you think? How does he feel? Everybody getting a paycheck ought to know. So-called, you know, they just rob you before you even see any dollars. And you go, oh shit, I worked so hard. I thought I was going to get $800, but Wow, now I don't even have money to buy a gallon of milk. And then that's why I don't understand why would they have all this money to pay Robert Mueller millions of dollars. It's a waste. It really is. Because they're wanting to overturn the election. They're trying to impeach Donald Trump. They thought that they, meaning the Nancy Pelosi, the Schumer, the Obamas, and they could hide all their dirt. And they're the one who's betraying this country. You know that 20% of our uranium of the United States shipped without congressional approval, signed off by the Secretary of State then, Hillary Clinton, to give it to Russia. So if you want to investigate anything, investigate that. How in the world, if you say you hate Russia, Russia is our enemy, you will sell them real hardwares, plutonium, uranium, to make bombs that could, in turn, with the ICBM, destroy whole city of Los Angeles, New York. That's actually not too bad. These are liberal places. But just tell me beforehand so I can get the hell out. Here comes I'm just saying, you know, we have to think, because sometimes they keep bombarding us. Oh yeah, but you don't think it through. Think it through. Who's paying for this? Why? Why are they doing that? How come if it was in my household, I couldn't do that? If I accuse somebody, like they accuse Donald Trump, they say, oh, the collusion. Everybody says there's evidence of Russian so-called collusion. That's, by the way, that's not a crime. Collusion is not bribery. It's just like, oh, okay, give me some info and maybe I can use it on my opponent or something. Just like I just proclaimed, that Hillary Clinton agreed with U.S. to export 20% of our uranium to Russia, to Vladimir Putin, who you say that colluded with Trump. And she in turn got $145 million. I mean, it's so much money I can't even fathom. $145 million. The so-called Clinton Foundation. So I'm not that smart, but you know, it does not take a genius to figure this out. That's what they should investigate, because there are actual money exchanged hands without any approval by congressional approval, but you're selling weapons to your so-called enemy, to Russia. So why are we spending all this money with Robert Mueller? Robert Mueller is not a good guy. He's opening doors, like the so-called investigation. There's no limit. I can go into like all the transaction of Donald Trump, or you know, ages back, or whatever real estate. They're just trying to say it's all really trumped up charges. They're trying to say that Trump is Vladimir Putin's little puppet. Because that's why they spent, well, James Comey offered our money, not his money, $50,000 for this so-called dossier, Russian dossier, like all these dirty deeds of Donald Trump. But the bottom line is they want to get rid of Donald Trump. Then they want to say that either, they can't say that you and I, we're Russian agents, because then they have to kill half of us, right? At least whoever voted for Trump, you see. So instead of saying you and I were Russian agents, they're saying that, oh, they can't even say, well, there's no evidence of tampering with the machine. They can say, well, no, Russian didn't change the votes of the machine. Well, they didn't come and take me and like this. I thought I was going to go for Hillary, but last second, Donald Trump. Oh, they put it, we'll come in and we'll blow your house up. So there's no way for them to say that. And then that's why they kept saying, we got to investigate Donald Trump, when in fact that they want to overturn the will of the people. So I'm saying that Robert Mueller has to go. And this guy called Tillis, the Republican senator, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And I think there's another guy called, they tried to put a bill. It's impossible to say Donald Trump is the boss, right? He's elected as a boss. He has no right to fire a freaking lawyer. Where Robert Mueller, they're just lawyers. And remember, judges are lawyers too. What lawyers are they're really a good place to start is the bottom of the ocean. It's no insult, but that's like a cheap joke, right? Because they will sue you for everything. So lawyers are good. They're no good, as Jesus said, and most of them are no good. But you have to be a lawyer to fight one, like ACOJ, I would say. We need some good lawyers like that who will fight against the ACLU. ACLJ is American Center for Law and Justice, who is pro-life and who is against the big government, who is pro-individual rights. So instead of their so-called identity politics of the liberals, that by saying that, we're a group, or we're this, or they're more divisive. We're Asians and Chinese versus the Laotians. So now, you can translate your phone bill now into Laotian. Why not translate into some Vietnamese or whatever? So now it's ridiculous, right? Because you gotta make everybody happy. I go to the bank machine. I don't even know what to select. There are like 15 freaking languages. English is the official language of this country. You want to be in the United States of America, you speak English. Not fucking 15. I'm not paying to translate for the welfare office to say, we gotta find a translator. So there's more way to spend your money to get a translator of either Laotian, Vietnamese, I don't know. They come by the droves because they heard people, like I said, I read this Chinese, I don't even read it when I go to my mom's daily journal. They're into it because they know how to get this program, how to apply for that. If you don't speak the language, how do you pay somebody some money, a couple $100, they'll apply for you. So you'll receive the welfare benefit and get your grandma, grandpa, they do not speak a word of English, but they come. And now they're living on the government, so-called government, so you paying for it, housing, they have nicer housing, they have a servant, I think comes so many hours a day or whatever, and then they get food stamps, they get money, I don't know, up the wazoo. So I can't even think about it because then we'll go crazy. Okay, I guess I'm lost for words. Airbnb, alright, that was the goal of the day. I don't know how I got into the other stuff. Robert Mueller has to go and sign up to be a host if you have even a sofa to rent, because now the government taking so much money, you have to find ingenious ways to make a little bit of money. You can, even your driveway, put a trailer home. Now this is it's a good thing. Or not a trailer home. What I'm thinking, like like one of those those little things that people can sleep and they can come in your house and shower or whatever for $20 a day, $30 a day if you're even in Sunland or somewhere down Ventura. I think Airbnb is great because there are people that are willing, they cannot afford it. Hotels down here are $360 a day. She just told me, the lady just told me that. She was out of town. She said, I came back, I have no place to stay. So she stayed at the, I hate to say, Sportsman's Lodge. I thought it used to be 150 or two, but now she says 350 to 4. Wow. And with taxes, California, you're really gonna get zapped. Airbnb, so Airbnb is a genius way. Government hated it, but then so they try to get in there. It used to be just, it's like a Craigslist thing. It's a share. You have a garage space. You put a bed to it, and people are more. They're like handy. They start to put a sink, a little hot plate. And then a small refrigerator. They call that a kitchenette. So they rent it for more money. I think I just signed up. And I found one in Colorado for $40 a day. And that's why I was like, wow, this is cool. Because I emailed the host and they say, oh, blah, blah, blah. Yes, he does have TVs, but I have TV. But he says, we don't play Patriot football, so I kill him. Airbnb. Anyways, so signed up today as a host. So no matter what you got, you can rent out a couch, you can rent out a little basement space so you can even sleep on your couch, or you give your bedroom away. If someone is here for 3 days, for a weekend, you can make, I don't know, hundreds of dollars. Depends on how much you charge. I mean, we're smart, right? If you want to charge $300 for a little room, you're probably not going to get anybody to rent. But if you're saying, well, I'm reasonable, I'm going to be sleeping on the sofa, I'm going to let you sleep in my room, $30. Oh my God, you got so many takers. But you can also dictate, if you have more than one person, maybe they add another $10. And then what Airbnbs collect that money, they'll take a small fee, and then they direct deposit into your bank account. I thought it worked good. Anyways, that's it. Have a blessed day, no matter what. So we want to say what? Good to live to see another day. Hallelujah.